Ladies, if you were ever curious what Frank looks like when he's in the club, look
That
no
ain't
further. Dropping it like it's hot. Welcome to the program, everybody. Oh, we got some fun stuff lined up today. My goodness, Anna is already in the chat. Anna posting a picture of herself in the Brandalorian gear. She had the History of Rock t-shirt as well. And I had to point this out to her. Do you guys know who liked that post?
Oscar the Grouch.
Her in her shirt?
Yeah, so she posted the picture.
Yeah, Icky did.
LaJean Witherspoon, lead singer of Seven Dust.
Oh, nice.
He started following me on Instagram. I think it was about a year ago, and every now and then he'll chime in. Also, somebody else who's been kind of liking my posts and watching my stuff, Ray Luzier, drummer of Korn. I kind of want to reach out to him to be like, hey, do you want to come join us?
Ask him if he digests if people eat him.
Huh?
Because corn doesn't digest.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Only, dude, really?
Hey, you know what nuts from hell are called?
What?
Hades nuts.
Your timing when it was on before the show was so much better, dude. Frank told that crappy dad joke before, and I'm like, dude, save it for the live stream. We got to work on your timing. I'm clipping that though because I'm gonna share that, and it's gonna be like, hey, here's Frank's piss poor timing when it comes to jokes. Apparently, Anna got paid $9 for that post. Jesus. How do you dab? Jack time. JACKBOX coming up here in a little bit. Got some other things we're going to get to first. Already mentioned the t-shirt and stickers. By the way, if you do want a pack of these, we do have History of Rock sticker, Real Brandalorian sticker, and Cross-Eyed Bear sticker. Something I've thought about doing, and I even did this when Shim and I were doing the History of Rock, is while we're in the middle of a particular topic, I might just make a comment like, hey, the first person to comment below with blank, and not during the live video, you'll win like a sticker pack or something. We'll figure it out. Maybe even a t-shirt. Who knows? But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. I still haven't quite, I just reminded myself of that now. So obviously I'm not planned for that. Frank noticed that I got tagged. There's some dude. Has anybody heard of Cinnamon Toast Ken?
I thought it was Crunch.
No, I think his full name, I think it's Cinnamon Toast Ken. So anyway, so he's got like 4 million subs on YouTube, and he's using my content for his videos, which I don't mind. Just put me somewhere in the description. Like put a link to my video, because Shane Dawson did that. I did a video about how Pasquale's was actually just Chuck E. Cheese that you order online. There's just a fancy name for Chuck E. Cheese, because who's going to order Chuck E. Cheese online to have it delivered at home? The whole point is going there. And he used my video, and then he put in the description a link to my YouTube channel. That's all I'm asking.
Just got tricked by Denny's, but in that same way. They have an online service called The Melt.
Yep.
It's just Denny's.
Yeah, I think they're smart enough to know that people aren't going to order Denny's online. Coming up, we're going to get to some things you didn't know. Venom, new movie coming out. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Saw, the original movie, is kind of going to be what we're focusing on that one. John Wick, same thing, going to be kind of focusing on the original movie. The League. Did either of you guys watch The League?
Absolutely.
Senor.
Oh, loved that show. Icky, you still play fantasy football?
I'm involved in a fantasy football league. I wouldn't say I'm playing it. I'm more losing it.
Ah, gotcha. I'm telling you, it's all about daily, man. DFS. I had a league that I ran from about 2008 until just a couple of years ago. And it was always a struggle to try to get people to pay attention to their lineups and try to do that. It was a pain in the ass. So I finally went to everybody who was left in the league, and I'm like, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it DFS style. So it's every Sunday. It's a new matchup, $5 for every matchup that you want. If you want to come play on the Sunday, and whoever wants in, you can set a lineup and play. And it's worked out well for us for these 2 years that we've been doing it. We also have a couple movie drafts we're going to get to. Julia Roberts going to be celebrating a birthday, plus comedy horror movies. This is going to be probably the most open-ended movie draft that we're going to be having because
very interesting things come up when you Google comedy horror movies that I would not put in a comedy category.
So, yeah, there are certain ones that I wouldn't put in a comedy category, but like I'll give an example here, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I would kind of put that in there because I think the goal wasn't necessarily to scare people. It had kind of a horror theme, but it didn't take itself too seriously. Mm-hmm. It's kind of where I was leaning there.
It's a little campier, so I think that falls into the category, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, really quick, I'm rocking my Portland Timbers jersey. Playoff start tonight from Providence Park. They're taking on the Vancouver Rapids. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Vancouver Whitecaps. I was getting them mixed up with Colorado right there. But yeah, so all that stuff coming up. Make sure that you guys are clicking the old like button down below. It's much appreciated. And of course, coming up after all these discussions, we are going to get to some Jackbox games as well. Oh, and I almost forgot. Frank and I were farting around with Sporcle before this, and we're going to have some fun there because another guy that's having a birthday coming up that we were going to do a movie draft for, but I went with Julia Roberts instead, is Joaquin Phoenix. And so there was a Sporcle quiz where it's like, can you name the 10 Joaquin Phoenix movies in 60 seconds? So we're going to see if myself, Frank, and Icky can name those 10 movies. Sounds pretty simple.
Learned of
right?
one of them that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. Frank and I were goofing around with it a little bit beforehand. All right, going to the YouTube polls, ladies and gentlemen. We're going all the way back to what's the best Eminem album? Obviously, we spoke about Eminem on last week's show. You can find these up on my YouTube channel. You can go to either the posts or community section from my YouTube channel, and you can find these. I put a poll up every day, and we talked about Eminem because it was his birthday last week. And so the 4 options I put up there, the Eminem
Peanut
Show,
butter.
the Marshall Mathers LP, the Marshall Mathers LP2, or the Slim Shady LP. Icky, which one do you think won the poll?
I think Slim Shady takes it.
He's thinking Slim Shady. All right, Frank?
The one from 2000 that got him the Emmys. Or the Grammys, not Emmys.
That Marshall
Grammys.
Mathers won?
I think that would be Marshall Mathers 1, which means then Frank gets the point. Yeah, 48% of the people voted for that
classics, yeah.
Thank you to Bugsta915, channel supporter. Bugsta, make sure that you reach out to me on either Facebook or Instagram because I'll send one of the things that you get when you become a channel supporter is you get a Jesus Christ, Frank. You get a free sticker pack. I'm trying to fucking explain this, and Frank doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. Good God. All right, next YouTube poll. Although Frank isn't in the lead right now. Talked about Jungle Book last week. What is your favorite, or who is your favorite Jungle Book character? And the 4 options I put there were Baloo, Kaa, the snack, King Louie, or Shere Khan the tiger. Frank, what do you think won the poll?
Mine would have been between Baloo and the orangutan.
King Louie, baby.
I'm going to go with Baloo because he's in the movie the most.
All right, Icky, who do you think won the poll?
I agree. It's got to be Baloo. He's the most memorable character by far.
It's all about the bare necessities.
That was my ring phone
necessity.
Theme for one of my cell phones. It was bare necessities.
One
like
of
when you
your
would
cell
call.
phones?
Dude, you know, from back in the day, the little razors.
I was gonna say, did you do the thing where you
cell phone? Okay.
I was gonna say, did you do the thing where you played it on a speaker? And then
No,
you
it was.
held it?
This was before you could download them for ringtones, but it was the ringback sound. You'd have to pay like $1.99 for them, and I was like the only one I bought. And so when people would call me, they would get like 30 seconds of the bare necessities playing for them. My manager used to love calling me. He's like, I just want to call your phone just to hear that song.
All right, next poll. What is Kevin Smith's best movie? The options are Chasing Amy, Clerks, Dogma, or Mallrats. Icky, which one do you think won the poll?
Personally, Dogma wins that easily, but I'm going to say Clerks.
All right, he's going Clerks. Frank?
Yeah, I'll go with Clerks. I think Clerks is probably one that people remember.
Yeah, you both get the point. 54% of people voted for Clerks. Dogma's right up there for me as well, but Mine almost might be Mallrats.
I would
Another
think
good movie.
Chasing Amy. I knew a lot of people love Chasing Amy, even though it's not really talked about.
It was
anymore.
good, but
It's a great movie, but it's not one you could like watch over and over and still enjoy, unlike Mallrats, where it never really gets old.
But I think also for its time, that kind of topic was new, and now it's like every other movie, somebody's lesbian or gay in it, and because you had that, and then what was the wedding movie with Julia Roberts, which I'm sure the Runaway Bride, was that the one with she has her gay friend?
whoa,
like, fake
spoiler
being-
alert.
Being her bride or her husband or whatever, I can't remember. But
The
yeah.
one thing I remember from Chasing Amy is my sister telling me how that was a movie. Her and my parents went to Blockbuster, and for some reason that movie got picked. And then there's the one scene where he's badgering her about what happened with these two guys.
Yeah.
And my sister, I remember my sister telling me about how uncomfortable Chasing Amy is to watch with your parents.
There.
All right. Ooh, here we go. 9 Inch Nails, baby. We talked about them last week because Pretty Hate Machine was celebrating an anniversary. What is the best 9 Inch Nails album? Is it Broken, The Downward Spiral, Pretty Hate Machine, or With Teeth? Frank, what do you think won the poll?
I don't know any of those. I'll go with, what's the one with "Fuck You Like an Animal" on it?
Closer.
That would be The Downward Spiral.
There you go.
That's my answer as well. The Downward Spiral was their pinnacle.
Yep, that one won the poll. Now, oddly enough, I put up a post, which, by the way, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, also at The Real Brandalorian, where I'll put posts up with some of this content or things that are similar to it. And there were a lot of people that commented on that post that Broken is their favorite album. Like, Downward Spiral's
Hurt on
good,
it?
but they were really focused on Broken, saying that one was the best one.
Those must be the people who enjoy more the techno side of Trent Reznor instead of the vocal side.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
From his 80s days when he was in the glam.
Yeah, when he was in the Flock of Seagulls knockoff. All right, we talked about Christopher Lloyd last week. We did the Christopher Lloyd movie draft. What is Christopher Lloyd's best movie? The 4 options: Addams Family, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future, and Clue. Icky, what do you think won the poll?
Ooh, Back to the Future is Back to the Future.
All right, Frank.
Yeah, it's gonna be Back to the Future. It's definitely gotta be Back to the Future.
Yeah, you both got it. And this was a runaway 77% of the vote went to Back to the Future. And by the way,
Out of
over in
curiosity, how many did Roger Rabbit get?
13. Came in second. Addams Family only got 7%. Clue only got 3%.
Probably
And
could've
that's
been
with
picked up,
and that's with well over 1,000 votes on that.
1,000.
By the way, if you look at the YouTube chat, Anna says Jay and Silent Bob is her favorite Kevin Smith movie. That's one of those things you can tell somebody's age by what their favorite Kevin Smith movie is.
That one is good though. It's fun to watch.
Oh, it's don't get me wrong, it's hilarious. But people who are younger are going to choose that because they weren't around for the heyday of Clerks, Mallrats, Dogma.
Did you ever hear what Carrie Fisher was paid for to do that role?
Did she play the nun?
Yeah.
Well, she
So-
got cunnilingus.
No, like for doing the role, to pay her for just that day, she asked him, I think, to buy her a specific chair. And it was only like a grand chair or something like that. And she said she couldn't come up with a number, and she really wanted this chair, so she told Kevin, "Yeah, buy me this chair, I'll do the role." So she basically got paid a chair.
There you go.
To do the role.
Probably only on set for a day, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's
she
in it
was.
what,
You know?
like maybe 30
One scene.
seconds?
Yeah, once.
Maybe about,
I mean,
like a
2
minute.
minutes tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next YouTube poll. What is the best American remake of a Japanese horror? And there's really 3 that I could think of that in reality it was 2. The third one that I put in there was Dark Water. But the 2 big ones were The Grudge or The Ring. Frank, which one do you think won the poll?
Ring?
All right, Icky.
Just in the spirit of competition, we'll say The Grudge.
Point goes to Frank. Yeah, 71% voted for The Ring, and I still don't want to watch those movies. I'm good.
Before
I've
you
seen
told me
once.
those titles, if you'd held a gun to my head and told me to name a horror movie that's a remake from Japanese, I wouldn't have one. Not a chance.
All right, and final YouTube poll here. What is the best haunted house horror movie? That would
Casper.
obviously be the movie poll that we did last week. That includes, the 4 options are The Shining, Poltergeist, 13 Ghosts, and The Amityville Horror. Icky, what do you think won the poll?
The Shining.
All right. Frank?
I'm gonna go Poltergeist just because I picked it last week.
All right, well, Icky gets the point. Shining, 60% of the votes. Oddly enough, 17% went to 13 Ghosts.
Now I thought that might have a chance because that's people like that movie.
Well,
It's
it's
more of a cult.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten a little bit of a rejuvenation, but I assumed that Poltergeist and Amityville Horror would do better, but
I think Ryan Reynolds' version kind of killed the Amityville horror world.
yeah, I could definitely see that. But
Been done, like,
Poltergeist,
what,
the
4 or 5
OG,
times?
like that's such a good movie.
Greg T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson out there. All right, now we're gonna try some Sporcle here. The only problem is there's ads all over this son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was trying to clear him from my screen when you pulled it up.
Yeah, so Frank and I were playing around a little bit earlier, and so let me get this ready to roll here.
And down goes the stream.
Fucking better not. There we go. Let's do that instead. You guys can actually.
Push the button.
What the hell happened? Oh. Move that.
I'm
awesome. That thing
invisible.
that I won't move.
We don't need to be on there right now.
Why did that go? What the hell?
Ooh, I'm a skyline now.
Oh.
Well, that's the. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It flashed just for a second there.
Yeah, I
Tease.
got a little
You got
overzealous.
flash?
I clicked it a couple times.
I didn't see any boobies.
No, there we go. There we are.
Yep.
Good
There
lord.
it is.
All right, yeah. So I got to clean out all these flipping ads. The one that I found earlier, it was something with. There you go. 10 movies in 1 minute for Joaquin Phoenix. So we're gonna see Joaquin. So we are gonna see. Actually, will this one look a little bit better? Yeah, I'll go back to this. All right, let's see here. Yeah, see, so I don't know how any of this is actually going to fit on the screen. And truly, we're just shooting from the hip here on this one.
Stupid ass Weight Watchers. Watch your own weight.
And we got a little Disney ad going on right there. All right, 60 seconds, 10 questions. Do I have... Let me get some game show music here. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to roll with this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Because once I hit the music, I'm gonna hit play quiz, and then we got to start going.
You play that quiz.
We're just naming off the titles.
I don't know.
Okay.
we're
about to
shooting
find
from
out.
the hip, baby. Ooh. All right, here we go. We're gonna play this quiz. It is 10 movies in 1 minute for Joaquin Phoenix. Play quiz.
Play quiz. Oh, you have to hit
Pick
next.
the movies. Oh, we have to pick the movies that are starring him.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is it. So we know that Frank and I went through this earlier. Hotel Rwanda,
Her.
Walking the Line.
Her, Walk the Line,
We Own the Night. That's one of his.
We Own the Night,
The Village is right there.
Village,
Mary Magdalene.
Mary
is right
Magdalene.
I don't know a few of these movies.
Sisters, Brothers.
there. Yeah.
Do that from the
Sure.
earlier because there's 3 remaining. What are we missing here?
Probably Live by Night.
Nope.
Nope. Haha. Tricked you.
Oh shit. We got
Dahlia?
15 seconds.
Wasn't it Twister?
To Die For. Got it.
Okay. Oh, Irrational Man.
All right, we got 8 seconds. Last. Oh damn
There
it.
it was right there. He was
Oh.
in Inherent Vice.
Oh, you must only get 10. Okay. All right.
All right. All right. Well, we got 90%, so I'll take that. We had 8 seconds to go. All right. So this is kind of. I just wanted to kind of goof around with this a little bit because what I kind of want to do. So I was letting the guys know sort of how I sort of prep for these live streams. Is I like to wrap things around an anniversary of some kind, if somebody's celebrating a birthday, or if a movie or a TV show or a sporting event or an album is celebrating an anniversary that's divisible by 10, things like that. And so Joaquin Phoenix came up because he actually does have a birthday coming up, and we were going to do his movie draft, but instead we're going with Julia Roberts today. So I think what I might start doing is I'm just going to pick some random Sporcle quizzes for things that like Icky and Frank, Lan when he comes back on the live stream, things that are up their alley, and we're going to see how well we can do with some of these Sporcle quizzes there, ladies and gentlemen.
Makes me think of the snorkels.
The Snorks. The Snorks. The ones that had the thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
the Smurfs underwater.
Yep, that's all it was. That's literally all it was. Every 80s cartoon was a knockoff of something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, boys, get your lists ready. It's time. Julia Roberts. Do you know what her middle name is, by the way?
Roberts.
Fiona. Julia Fiona Roberts is celebrating a birthday. So we're going to be doing a movie draft with Julia Roberts. As you can see by the scores, Frank was victorious. He was victorious earlier. Apparently, I can't speak right now. So Frank gets to go first. Icky will go second. I will go third. So Frank, my man, let me know what your first Julia Roberts movie is for your trip. So it's, and actually, let me explain really quick too. What we're trying to do is we're trying to draft the ultimate Julia Roberts triple feature. So if you were going to sit down and watch 3 movies in a row, it's going to be the triple feature. Now, the caveat being here, once one of us picks a movie, it's off the board. Nobody else can pick it.
Well, I'm going to go with the one she won the Oscar for. We're going to do Erin Brockovich.
Erin Brockovich. All right, coming in at number 1.
She was looking probably her hottest to that. Besides Pretty.
I was going to say, what about Pretty Woman? She was a very pretty woman in that movie.
I don't know. She was kind of mom-filled out in Erin Brockovich. I mean, she was 18-year-old John was
Frank
pretty
Frank likes that mom look.
A lot of bra in Erin Brockovich.
There was the MILF thing happening at that point for 18-year-old Sharples.
For 18-year-old Sharples. Jesus Christ. All right. Ichabod. What is your...
I'm going to go for the other obvious one and take Pretty Woman.
All right, there you go. Pretty Woman and Erin Brockovich off the board. All right, so those two are down. Now I get to go back to back. I'm going to go with a movie that's not necessarily... Well, let me see here. What choices do I have? I'm trying to remember exactly my order here.
Ordered these nuts.
Because I'm not really
not a lot of good ones.
I'm not familiar with a lot, because all the rom-coms and stuff, which also, by the way, drives my wife freaking nuts. Because I'm pissing and moaning right now that we never watch horror movies during the Halloween season, so then that gives her ammunition to be like, well, you never watch rom-coms with me, so I might need to make that trade with her. There is one Julia Roberts rom-com that I did watch with her that will be coming up, by the way. If it's available, I will be choosing it. But I'm going to go with a movie that... See, God bless it.
See? Bless it.
Yeah, see, this, I just don't know. I'm going to start with... where did it go? I'm going to go Sleeping with the Enemy. Little thriller movie. This one... Her movies, I love her as an actress, but this is going to be the one that I'm not the most confident in. If you know what I mean. And then another really good movie with her. You know what? I'm ditching the rom-coms. I'm going with
trigger.
I'm going with Conspiracy Theory.
I like that movie. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I forgot about that movie.
See?
His ass off in that movie.
All right. Really
And
quick,
then
in the YouTube chat,
believed the majority of those
Christian says that we played
conspiracy
JACKBOX yet. No, JACKBOX comes up at the end of the stream there, Christian. All right, Icky, we are back to you.
All right, so I'm going to go with a childhood favorite here, Hook.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Tinkerbell.
She was a
Tinkerbell.
fantastic Tinkerbell, man.
She got
And we
the
find out that
reputation of being
Tinkerbell
hard
has
to
had
work with.
she's had the hots for Peter Pan the whole time. All right, Frank, you get to go back to back.
I'm We'll start off with the Pelican Brief. Her in Denzel, Washington.
How'd that go?
Denzel.
All right.
Then I'm gonna follow that up with the Mexican with
Damn
her
it!
and Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping that, man. I was hoping I was gonna. Shit, I knew I
Well,
should have picked
you
that
stole
second.
you stole my conspiracy theory, so
All right, whatever. No, I love the Mexican. I think that movie is
that's funny,
so
too.
underrated.
Yeah,
It is so underrated.
I like this. I like the scene where he's like in Mexico and he's like, "Yeah, I want it authentic," and the guy's like, "Oh, so we're just gonna rent you a car?" He's like, "No, like I want authentic." He's like, "You want an El Camino?" He's like, "Yes, the El Camino." And then when the other guy shows up, he's like, "I want the authentic experience." He's like, "Oh, El Camino." Like all the
right.
gringos want to go down there in El Caminos.
All right, well, the Mexican's off the board. All right, Icky, what's your third and final Julia Roberts movie?
I'm gonna go with the rom-com of possibly all rom-coms because with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts in one, that's hard to beat. Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
There you go.
Now, was this before or after he got caught with the
hooker?
escort? The hooker.
I think this
Hooker?
is before.
Was it before? So I remember like some basically say he's the reason Jay Leno took over in the ratings over Letterman because Letterman had been kicking Leno's ass and he got Hugh Grant on and did that whole "What the hell were you thinking?" to him and that put Jay Leno over from that point on.
I don't think I'd ever
I
heard
remember that,
story.
but that sounds right.
He was also dating that English chick who's hot as shit. That was in
Elizabeth
Austin
Hurley?
Power. Yeah, he was dating her. at the time.
Yeah. Jesus, Frank. Pump the brakes. All right, so
Elizabeth Hurley is in her 50s and she still looks.
she
fantastic
still looks
to this
amazing.
day.
She still looks like she did when she was in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a few honorable mentions here for Ms. Julia Roberts. Most of them obviously being rom-coms. You do have My Best Friend's Wedding. We have America's Sweethearts.
That actually was.
Which
a
I
funny
like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good movie.
We have, here's an odd one. Do you guys know the movie Closer?
No, I kind of remember it, but don't. If you want to.
I have a Natalie Portman thing, and she plays a stripper in that movie, so I saw that in theaters.
Total confession, that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
You guys were hounding me for
At
going
one
crazy
point,
for Elizabeth
dude, I
Shue.
swear to God. And I don't think I ever watched
Oh,
it.
I love Elizabeth Shue.
I just tried to fast forward all of the scenes to where now I don't even know what the hell the movie's about.
I only watched that movie Domino because what's her face?
Okay,
Take your top off.
Keira Knightley.
Yeah, and she has little boobies.
There is another one where she flashes
She has
called The
nubbins.
Hole. You're welcome.
She flash her hole.
No,
A hole. That's
No.
a sexy way to say that.
no.
Yeah.
Flashes your boobies.
Her
The
little
movie that's
nubbin.
actually, according to Rotten Tomatoes, that is the highest rated Julia Roberts movie is called The Normal Heart.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
That's the HBO one.
A few other rom-coms on here. You got something to talk about. Rocking it with Dennis Quaid. Mystic Pizza.
Mystic, the one that introduced her.
And now here is the rom-com that I did watch with my wife. I didn't completely
Runaway
hate
Bride.
it. And it's a good movie.
Tell
Stepmom.
me. Oh,
Huh.
okay. That's not a bad
Did
movie.
you
I thought
see
were
yourself
saying
as a
love.
stepmom?
I am. Yes.
Totally
am.
You see yourself as which one?
Well, she's the real mom. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So the whole premise here is that they've split, and she finds out she has cancer. She's gonna die in like a year. What did you think I was gonna choose?
I thought you were gonna Runaway Bride.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be either Runaway Bride or Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh, yeah. I did forget to bring those ones up. There was also a
Eat,
movie
Pray,
that
Love is terrible.
I didn't know this existed, but I'm kind of intrigued to watch it. It's called Satisfaction. It's about like a band.
What was the one that came out in around 2000, 2001 with Topher Grace was in it, where she teaches at
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, where she teaches at the all girls. Is it all girls college or high school? I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know, but I love it when Frank gives half information and doesn't know what he's talking about.
I can't remember the name of it. It was like she was a teacher at an all-girls school in like the 50s or 60s.
Movie from like 20 or 30 years ago, and it's got that dude in it, and it's got the stuff
With Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Don't you guys know? Topher Grace, the guy that was in that '70s show. That guy.
I'm sure there was another guy in there. Of course.
Well,
then
she was
did the movie with Tom Hanks.
She was in a movie with Topher Grace. Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. Yeah.
Remember,
that was a fantastic movie.
He's in. See, God, like I wanted to pick this one, but she didn't. Normally, I don't give a crap if they play a big role or not.
I'm gonna look that movie up now.
Yeah, God forbid he looks it up before we start streaming.
It just hit my head.
But I normally don't care the magnitude of their role, but for some reason she just didn't play a big enough role. But she is the love interest.
It's a small part, but also that's one of those few movies that has the like ensemble cast that actually works.
Yeah,
Mona Lisa Smile.
Oh,
you mean this one?
It's got 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. I remember I got dragged to that in the theaters. I was like, you know what? For a chick flick, that wasn't that bad. It had Julia Roberts in it.
Frank is one of the 34% that upvoted that son of a bitch.
The Mexican only has 54% on Rotten
See, that's
Tomatoes.
crap, dude. I'm telling you, if you take anything away from this live stream, go watch The Mexican with Julia Roberts and Brad Pitt.
Fantastic.
It's a great movie, man. We need to actually look up and see when that one.
Mona Lisa Smile.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course. Mona Lisa. Oh,
then the one with Tom Hanks.
Which was the one with
where
Tom
where
Hanks?
she is where Tom Hanks goes back to school and she's the teacher and he rides a little moped with the other guy from that 70s show.
You mean this one?
Yeah, Larry.
He's on the moped. He's on the moped in the
He's
poster.
on the moped. Yeah.
Oh, sweet holy rollers. All right. It's time to shift some gears here. Things you did not know about Venom. New movie.
Ooh.
Coming out. Venom: The Last Dance. Which, by the way, I haven't actually watched any of the Tom Hardy movies front to back, but I have seen them in their entirety just by watching clips on YouTube.
There you go.
Just saying.
Second one, not that good.
But yeah, so we have Venom: The Last Dance coming to theaters. This is what I envisioned the voice to sound like or at least Venom's voice to sound like. Is in these movies where it's like, bassier, raspier, not that crap, like that shriek that comes out of this.
Topher Grace.
Oh my God.
He
Spider-Man
was in
3.
Mona Lisa Smile with Julia Roberts.
Oh my God.
Spider-Man 3 was a terrible movie from beginning to end, pretty much.
Yeah.
When he started doing the dance scene for 4 minutes in the middle, I almost walked out of the theater.
You mean that?
Yeah.
When he was emo Peter Parker.
When he
yes.
puts his hair in front of his eye.
Yeah.
I've been there
So
before.
that was Spider-Man 3. This was released on May 4th, 2007. And then these are the other movies that include Venom. You also have the first one with Tom Hardy. And then you also have, and that was October 5th, 2018 that one was released. And then you have Venom: Let There Be Carnage. This was released October 1st, 2021. As you can see, I got a nice big old fat grainy picture on this one. Do you know who directed this movie?
It was his name just slipped my head. The guy who was Caesar in the
Andy Serkis.
There you go.
So
and also the little googly guy in Lord of the Rings. Gollum.
Gollum.
He was not in Mona Lisa Smile though.
He was not in Mona Lisa Smile, and he did not know Bob Cousy either, as far as I know.
He didn't. Andy Dick wasn't around at that point either.
So the idea. Oh, quick side note. Here we're pausing Venom. There's a guy that's like touring with Andy Dick.
Uh-oh.
Who now follows me on Instagram.
Oh, it's because I kept saying Andy Dick.
Well, and what's even funnier is that on YouTube, somebody has been uploading all of the episodes of News Radio in like 2 to 3 hour chunks, and I've been sucked into that because I love that show. So I'll sit here
Andy
and work.
Dick also likes to suck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It all gets derailed by Frank. Good Lord. Anyway, back to Venom.
Venom.
The idea for Venom actually came from a fan letter. Back in the 80s, Marvel ran a competition for aspiring artists and writers. 22-year-old Randy Schuler wrote in with an idea that Reed Richards would create a new jet black costume for Spider-Man made out of unstable molecules, the same material of the Fantastic Four costumes. Schuler ended up getting $220 for his idea.
Okay.
And they were going to give him the opportunity to write the script, but there were some issues with that, so that didn't happen. And then a year later was when Secret Wars was released, along with the storyline that introduced Venom.
Quick sidebar. Andy Dick has a new TV show called Tiger Dick. The trailer's out now.
Oh my God.
See how it all came around?
It all circles around Andy Dick.
All circles around the dick.
Jesus. Oh my God. Venom was originally meant to be a female. The
Of course,
story was
a name like that.
So this is pretty crazy here. So the story was going to be about a pregnant woman. She was a taxi driver. She was going to get distracted by Spider-Man and accidentally kill her husband. She would then go into labor in the street and lose the baby. As she leaves the hospital, the rejected symbiote would attach to her, creating Venom. So you might be thinking, oh, Marvel probably didn't want to do this because that's a little bit too dark. That's not why they said no. They said no because Jim Salicrup, I might think I'm getting that name right. He was a Marvel editor at the time. He didn't think a woman was credible enough to threaten Spider-Man.
Huh. I thought they were going to say because her boobs were too big and she wouldn't be able to move her arms.
Oh my God. Leave it
Those
to
male
Frank.
artists at Marvel, am I right?
Am I right? So, do you guys know where this version of Venom is from?
That's the animated series. Looks like he has a butt for brain.
Yes, a little bit. So that was from the 90s Spider-Man show. Do you know who voiced this Venom?
Mark Hamill.
Not Mark Hamill.
Tim Curry.
Uncle Phil.
Hank Azaria.
Oh,
Nice.
He was the voice of Venom in the 90s cartoon show, Spider-Man. All right, now, despite the alien symbiote, which that's how I say it. Is that how you guys say it? Symbiote?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Symbiote.
Symbiote. So despite the fact that the symbiote craves flesh, there was something in the 90s comics that would help curb that hunger. Chocolate. It's one of the storylines.
The long slurp.
He just loved the chocolate. Now, we rarely get the actual story of why the symbiote was, or Clintar, if you will, was banished to Earth. But there is a story in the comics where Venom was deemed... The hell?
They became
happened to
Charlie
Supposed to be what
Brown.
we're talking about next. I'm not sure why it went there already.
It's a different Snoopy. He's going to fuck shit up.
That's what you call a tease. Yeah, could you imagine Charlie Brown with Venom? So the storyline was Venom was actually deemed unworthy to be a part of the hive, mind on its planet because of the first host that it bonded to. It corrupted it, so he was then banished to Earth.
Okay. Thought they were going to say it was because it was a woman, and you can't have a woman because they don't challenge anything.
You never know. You never know. It maybe that's what it was. I didn't read that far into the storyline. Although I do really love the Venom comics. That's one of the Marvel comics I always gravitate towards. All right. Next up. Things
I bet
you
it's Charlie Brown.
did not know about It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
The success of A Charlie Brown Christmas gave the creators options from CBS to make more Charlie Brown cartoons. Mm-hmm. So they ended up creating, do you know what was next after Charlie Brown Christmas?
Wasn't it the summer camp?
Charlie Brown
Or was that later?
All-Stars.
Okay.
But after that, the network said that they needed a special that they could run every year, like the Christmas special. And if they didn't deliver, then it was probably going to be the last Charlie Brown animated show ever done. So then they knocked it out of the park with It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Now, there were some firsts with this special, including it's the first time that we see Lucy pull the football away from Charlie Brown, at least animated version. Yeah. And then it was also the introduction of Snoopy's World War I flying ace.
Taking on the Red Baron.
The Red Baron.
Who apparently my great-grandfather kept in the air.
Okay, wait. What?
Oh, yeah, that's a big thing to drop right there. What was that?
So my great-grandfather was in the German Air Force in World War One. He was a pilot, but he was also a mechanic, and he was the personal mechanic to the Red Baron.
Wow.
So it was the enemy, dude.
So yeah, there's a bunch of French and German families that probably ended because my great-grandfather kept the Red Baron in the air for all those times.
Lord. All right. Well,
That's a
you
good story, though.
learn something new about Frank every day.
There you go.
I mean, it's impressive when someone like that killed so many people, when they finally took him down, they all had a moment to bury him and pay respect. It's pretty cool.
So back to the Great Pumpkin. Smooth transition.
You're welcome.
So apparently they planned this to be basically kind of like a satire of Santa Claus. And when he doesn't come around, Linus is crushed. Kind of the whole Santa Claus thing. Now, when it comes to Sally, a loose tooth almost completely derailed the voice actress. Kathy Steinberg was just 4 years old and she had a loose tooth. Fearing that if it fell out, it would create a lisp, they rushed her through all of her lines. The tooth actually fell out the day after they wrapped up recording her part.
Did she have a lisp?
I mean, you could always tell there was a little something going on there with Sally's voice.
I can't believe they used an actual 4-year-old for that. That's a lot of work.
I think they tried to do that a lot
She
back
only
in the
got
day.
That's why a candy bar.
And that's why they don't do it anymore. Because that's who was it that said never work with kids or animals?
A lot of people.
Orson Welles?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Well, and finally, the original airings of the special were different because they subsidized the cost of production by getting sponsors from Coca-Cola and Dolly Madison Cakes.
Dolly Madison.
And that's things you didn't know about. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. The Great Pumpkin.
Didn't somebody do like a mashup with the Pumpkinhead and Charlie Brown characters, like having the Pumpkinhead character like go through and kill all the Charlie Brown characters off?
Christ, I don't know.
I think it's out there somewhere. Like somebody did like a mashup of it just for fun, because people are like that for stuff.
I think what we need to do, because Frank has all of this knowledge just floating around
randomly.
in there.
Just random. It's like
And it just randomly pops in. So
Yep.
we need to have Frank with a notepad. So when something like this pops up, he can write that down. And then on next week's live stream, we can do a recap of all the crap that's just flying out of Frank's mind.
Popped in my head and yeah, came out my mouth.
I think the way we do it instead is you just make like a series of flashcards with random words on it, and then say them and see what he has to say about it.
Oh, kind of like a Rorschach test. Rorschach test.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
that'd be all
Verbal
right, man.
Rorschach.
Rorschach. He's Rorschach.
Rorschach.
All right, moving on. Next.
Moving up.
Things you did not know about the movie Saw. First one was released October 29th, 2004. It had a budget of just $1 million, and it made $103.9 at the box office.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I found a picture of my great-grandfather in his German outfit.
So
If
for
you want
anybody
to-
who's now watching this
yeah,
with no frame of reference to what the hell Frank
Exactly.
is talking about,
exactly.
go back and watch the live stream, or what we could do is wait to get through Saw first, and then we can talk about Frank finding the
Start it
picture.
over. Start it
Jesus
over.
Christ. No, I'm not starting it over. We're pressing through. I already clicked the like and subscribe button down there. You see that? Like and subscribe, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
want to see it. Yeah.
It's too fuzzy. Can you?
Yeah.
I tell you what. Here's what. Okay.
Get in the way.
Here's what we'll do. Send me the picture, Frank,
Hold on.
and I will bring it up on the next live stream because you're starting to fade out. It's getting green.
Yeah,
on
my
me, too.
internet's taking a crap right now. It's coming back. It's Comcast for you.
There you go. By the way, this episode brought to you by Comcast Cable. The success of the movie Saw immediately greenlit a sequel, but the writer Lee Wanell and director James Wan, they weren't available to work on it. So producers optioned a script that was called The Desperate by Darren Lynn Bousman or Boosman to do Saw 2. And he would end up actually directing the sequel with Lee coming on to help out with the rewrites. with the idea of keeping the cost of production down. The original idea wasn't going to have them in a bathroom. It was going to have the two victims stuck in an elevator with it being shot from the point of view of the security cameras.
I like how you
thing.
said shot down, and when you clicked over, it's just a guy in a pool on the floor.
Well, remember, that's all fake. It's all fake.
It is. It's corn syrup, kids.
Spoiler alert. Writer Lee Wanell came up with the idea for the movie when he was suffering from migraines. He was convinced he had a brain tumor, and it got him wondering, what would you do if you found out that you had a tumor and that you were going to die soon? So clearly that meant torture the crap out of people. And
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
where you.
weird thing to go to.
Yeah.
Also looks like a guy who writes horror movies.
Yes. Well, that's not him. That's Jigsaw.
Oh, good point.
And finally, the movies in this series were actually threatened quite frequently with NC-17 ratings. However, they would end up making cuts. They got it down to an R, but Saw 6 would eventually get a serious rating over in Spain. It was issued a Película X for violence. This rating is generally reserved for
Born.
skin flicks. Yes.
Kinflix.
Skin flicks. All right. Frank, hold off on the picture.
Alrighty.
Send me the picture. And then next live stream, remind me, next live stream, we'll bring that up.
Oakley Dokley, neighborino.
Jesus. Things you did not know about John Wick. First off, don't touch his damn dog.
Or at least don't kill it.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
So the original released October 24th, 2014. It made $86 million at the box office on a $20 to $30 million budget. Screenwriter Derek Kolstad said that he was inspired by movies like Taken and Man on Fire.
I just remember when John Wick came out, it had like, it was one of those, I love those movies that just come out of nowhere where they're not really hyped up. You don't really know too much, and they just take off at the box office. Because that was one I was like, oh, great, here's another Keanu Reeves flick, you know, one of his just, you know, may be good, may not be good. And then you just didn't stop hearing about it for like a solid month because everyone was talking about how good it was.
They are.
I've never seen this poster before.
Really?
That could easily be him protecting or abducting that child.
Yep.
Aliens.
You're right. So the original name for John Wick was going to be called Scorn. Scorn. But Keanu Reeves, after he signed on to be in the movie, he kept referring to the script by the character's name. So Lionsgate just went with it. And they were like, we're going to call it John Wick.
He plays a lot of characters named John, I've noticed.
So the name John Wick is actually Kolstad's grandfather. He was a businessman who owned Wick Building Systems in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And the original idea for John Wick, he was supposed to be 75 years old.
Good lord. You can't make a trilogy or a whole series on a 75-year-old man. You gotta be smart, my man.
So Keanu Reeves, when he signed on to play, he said that he was going to play the role as a 35-year-old. He was almost 50.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or almost 60 by that point.
Well, I think he's 60 now. He was 50 at the time. But do you know what helped him to actually make these movies and
Steroids.
not be in complete and utter pain?
Steroids.
I can neither
Weed.
confirm nor deny that. Reeves gives credit to ice baths, which, by the way, I have an ice bath with a water chiller, 37 degrees, 10 minutes every day. Cannot recommend doing that enough. It's amazing. And Reeves said that in regards to his ice bath, shooting the movie, he said, I'd get home from a day of filming, get the water to 37 degrees, and line it up to my neck. Heaven. And he is right.
How long did you have to do that before you enjoyed it?
Once.
Really?
Truly, the most. It's really just the initial kind of dip in, but I also didn't start at 37. Like you kind of start in the 60s, and then you just sort of progress lower and lower and lower, and then eventually, now it's to the point where my water chiller will be set to 37 degrees. I turned it on for an hour and a half or something like that, and it's good to go.
Wow,
it's fantastic.
Doesn't sound like I do the try and have 30 seconds of cold shower before I get out every day, but it's my least favorite part of the day.
I'm telling you, your body ends up, you not only adapt to it, but you also kind of start to crave it because it's invigorating. And I try to do it, like I'll go to the gym and then I try to do it shortly after I get back from the gym. And as rigorous as I've been athletically throughout my life, like I tried to do kickboxing for about 5 years in my late 30s, early 40s, and my body was just beat up, man. Like I was constantly sore, everything hurt. And now, even with the workouts that I'm doing, taking a daily ice bath, good to go, man. I feel amazing. I can go run a marathon right now. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Back to John Wick, though. What's that?
Do you want to run a marathon?
No, I do not. I do not. I run like a couple of miles with my dog, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. It's just enough time for me to listen to a fantasy football podcast and find out how I'm going to lose my money next week. So each additional John Wick movie has basically doubled the gross from the one before. The first movie grossed $43 million. Chapter 2 grossed $92 million. Chapter 3 grossed $171 million. And Chapter 4 grossed more than $300 million. So the thing is just a cash cow. And finally, the John Wick universe is expanding. Have you heard about this, Frank?
Yeah, they have a series, right? They named it after the
oh, I love her.
The building.
Frank,
Mona Lisa Smiles.
Not Julia Roberts.
And
I can't,
he's just awesome.
I can't remember the name of for some reason Entrapment is in my brain.
No,
but it's not
Ballerina.
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't they have another series that was based on
I heard
think
they
it
were going
canceled,
to, but
didn't
I my understanding is that never came to fruition. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments.
I thought they had one that got canceled.
But the new one, it's going to be, it's called From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. There you go, Icky.
Yeah.
Starring Ana de Armas, set to be released coming up June 6th, 2025. And John Wick, from the trailers, does show up in this movie.
Okay.
And finally, things you did not know about The League.
Oh.
It debuted October 29th, 2009. And I try to tell people that even if you don't like fantasy football or you've never played fantasy football, it's still a funny show.
Still a funny show, but because of how topical and how stuck in time the players are, it's a little hard to rewatch now.
Oh, see, I'd love rewatching it. I rewatch it all the time, but I also knew what was going on back then, so I think having that history with it probably helps. But the idea for the show actually came in the French Alps. So if you guys didn't know, Jeff and Jackie Schaefer, the married couple, they came up with the show. They were on vacation in the French Alps. Jeff told his wife that some food had upset his stomach and he needed to go to the bathroom. But in reality, he just went outside to check on his fantasy team. Okay. But this was before smartphones were a thing. So he actually just went outside and called somebody back in the States to find out how his team was doing. And originally, Paul Scheer, who's right here, the Dre, if you will, he wasn't going to audition for the show, but Nick Kroll here actually convinced him to do it.
Right.
Now, the Shiva that's on the trophy, if you don't know this, they have a fantasy football trophy that's called the Shiva, and it was a girl that they had a crush on in high school. So the picture is, it was a random actress who got called to just a random casting call, and they took her picture and they just happened to have it, and that's what went on the trophy. Now, the actress who plays adult Shiva was, I think I'm pronouncing her name right, Janina Gavankar.
Yeah, it looks completely like the.
Well, I think the thing that
grew
they
up
were
well.
going for there was that she grew up.
Yeah, and apparently had the Michael Jackson treatment and bleachers. It went from possibly Pakistani into Puerto Rican.
You might also recognize her from Star Wars. If you ever played Battlefront 2, she is Iden Versio.
Episode 7 of the season 47.
The show did create a lot of its own vocabulary. Like you remember the term frittata?
Frittata?
That was to get
Taco was a great
around.
character.
That was to get around FX's standards and practices to describe a less intelligent person.
Oh, okay.
So they would call Taco a frittata frequently. Bobby Lee, when he shows up in there at the Chinese restaurant, he's a frittata. Don't forget Fear Boner.
God.
And finally, one of the reasons that they ended up giving Ted AIDS. So he's played by Adam Brody. He ends up showing up at the end of season 4. And in the show, they actually give him AIDS. And the whole point was Jackie Schaefer, she thought that it would be funny if the rest of the league, the people who play in the league, believed that somehow his AIDS drugs made him better at fantasy football.
Oh, God.
And that's where that whole storyline was born.
Like, they didn't physically give him AIDS, right?
No, good Lord, Frank, come on.
I mean, you said they gave him AIDS. I don't know.
In the show. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, in the show.
God.
They wrote in that they gave him AIDS. Like they found a hypodermic needle and
Like, oh my God, like the South Park episode when Cartman takes the needle and squirts it.
One of the best episodes ever, really.
And they find out the cure
when
to
Magic Johnson
AIDS
cures them.
is money
Costs
because
180
Magic
grand to
Johnson's
do
been
it, yeah.
sleeping on top of a pile of... Dude, how brilliant was that episode? So
Oh, it was
good.
genius. Genius.
All right.
AIDS burger in paradise.
All right, here we go.
here we go.
All right, this movie draft is going to be a little bit different than really any of the ones that we've done before. We're kind of trying to stick with like a horror movie theme, with it being Halloween season, October. And so we kind of floated the idea out there because Icky, not a big fan of the horror movies, right?
That's an understatement. I can't stand horror movies.
So we were trying to figure out a way that we could do another movie draft with Icky, but what would be something that would be more up his alley? And we went with comedy horror movies. Now, there are some that are obvious ones, like Scary Movie, things like that. There are horror movies that maybe are a little bit campy that would maybe kind of fall into that category.
Or just kind of like a Halloween vibe to them.
Yeah. So, we're going to shoot from the hip. If I don't have the posters, I don't have the posters. But based on the scores, Frank got to go first with the Julia Roberts movie draft that we already did. So, Icky, you will get to go first here for your comedy horror movies. So,
All right.
maybe I have it, maybe I don't. Let's give it a shot.
I think you're going to have this one. It's easy, my number one pick, Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's probably one of the biggest go-tos right there. Simon Pegg, hell yeah.
Yes.
All right, Frank, what is your first choice?
I'm going with Tucker and Dale versus
Oh,
Evil.
you son of a bitch!
That is the funniest
Great
thing.
pick.
God!
Oh,
Dude, that is a funny. If you can get through the gore and stuff, that is a funny. Two guys just oblivious of everything going on around them. It's
Have
so
you,
great.
Icky, have you ever seen Tucker and Dale versus
yeah.
Evil?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. That was going to be my number one pick because that movie is just... For anybody who's never seen it, basically it's Tucker and Dale, which, by the way, Andy Tudyk is one of my favorite and also, I think, most underrated actors out there, man. That guy's a genius. So there are these two rednecks that rent a cabin, and then there's this group of like high school kids that think that they're serial killers or think that they're murderers, and
Yeah.
just all this crazy stuff keeps happening, and the kids just start dying off, and it's not actually Tucker and Dale's fault, but the kids think that it is their fault, and it's just,
It's great.
I highly recommend it, man. Go check out Tucker and Dale versus Evil. All right, well,
It missed a lot. Like people are now finding it. It just missed like its time period. For
yeah,
some
I
reason.
think it was ahead of its time a little bit.
Probably, and the actors weren't really known, so
All right, well, my number one pick.
Idle Hands.
Idle Hands. So I do have to tell you this story. Last weekend, my kid went to a birthday party, and they watched Scream, the new one with Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
Is that like Scream 6 then?
I think. I don't really know.
Okay.
But she said it was good. So then we got to talking to her about it, and we actually sat down and watched the first Scream this past weekend, and then we already started Scream 2. And one of my other goals is to try to figure out a way that we can all watch Idle Hands, because I love this movie. It's a fantastic movie.
Great movie. Well, I kind of forgot about that, actually.
Idle Hands. All right. Oh, God. See, now I'm really going to have to struggle for my second pick because you guys were already taking the ones that I wanted.
Haha.
In regards to comedy, see, here's where I struggle. But I think it's this one. I think it's
Scary
number 2.
Movie
The
2.
one with the little hands.
I think, yeah,
Number
that's number
2.
2. I got to go with number 2. Yeah, Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 1 is good, but I think Scary Movie 2 was an even better flick. So, all right, going back to
I
you,
agree.
Frank. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Death Becomes Her.
Oh, that's a good
Another
choice.
great one. Yeah.
That one, I remember seeing that, staying home sick for one day, and I did not know what the hell I was seeing because I came in like 30 minutes late, but I was kind of fixated because I'd never seen that kind of, just what they were doing, and I was lost throughout the whole movie. But yeah, Death Becomes Her. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, all right.
Have you watched it recently? Is it still hold up?
Yeah, it still does. There's some things that it looks like the graphics they looked aged, but
Eh.
for the most part, it's done really well.
And Meryl Streep looked hot.
I mean, she was only in her 30s or 40s at that point.
Yeah. All right, Icky, you get to go back to back, my man.
All right. For number 2, going in with another one of my all-time favorites, Young Frankenstein.
Haha!
Oh shit! I didn't get.
He
that
doesn't
one.
have the poster.
No, I got
Yeah.
it. It's in another folder somewhere. I just don't have it readily
There
available.
it is. Got him.
But that's a. But yeah, that's definitely a good one there. And what is your third pick?
Since I did zombies on the first one, I'm going to shift gears on my third and go for the gore, but kind of an outlandish one,
Ooh.
and say Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Cocaine Bear. I did not have that one either, but solid choice based on a true story.
Allegedly.
I remember we talked about the news story on the air, and then the news story quickly became they're actually going to make a movie about this. All right, Frank, what's your third and final
Hollywood
pick?
for you. Would you consider Lost Boys a comedy?
It was
Well,
on a lot of the lists.
I mean, I would say yes because I have the poster. So
All right, then I'll go Lost Boys.
he's going Lost Boys.
Because it also has the coolest saxophone freaking solo in any movie you've ever seen.
That's true. So
And that guy's still jacked and still playing the sax.
there are a lot of honorable mentions, and oddly enough, I'm just gonna tell you what my final pick is right now, and I totally forgot to get the this poster, but Nightmare just put it in the YouTube chat. What We Do in the Shadows is gonna be my third
Yep.
choice.
That was on my list as well. That's such a funny movie.
That series is what's it, last season is this year?
and the,
Well,
yeah,
no,
and the
movie,
TV
though,
show.
the movie's so much better than TV show.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I've
the
seen the
TV
movie,
show
yeah.
is really. I'm telling you, Matt Berry in
Yeah,
the
the lead
TV
actor.
show is just freaking hilarious.
Have you seen
The
like
main
his,
Clement's hard to beat.
have you seen his stuff from beforehand when he was like doing different skits, and there's
Yeah.
one where he's like walking up to single women. He's like, "Oh yes, hello, how are you?" And he's like trying to help her, and she goes, "Yeah, this is for my boyfriend." He goes, "Yeah," and he just slams whatever they're doing down. Like this one girl's
I'm
carrying
telling you,
a lot
man,
of beer.
that
He's like,
dude
"Yeah,
is
let me take that for
underrated.
you.
Underrated.
That's for my girlfriend. That's for my mom. Yes, your mom. And that's for my boyfriend." And he just dumps all the beer and just walks away.
All right, some honorable mentions. Obviously, any of the Addams Family movies. Those are going to be honorable mentions here for kind of comedy horror movies. Here's one I was wondering if anybody was going to pick: Arachnophobia.
Man, that movie was too scary to me to be a comedy.
It was too scary. The spiders get you.
Yeah, I'm not a big spider, especially the giant one at the end. That's no.
I was actually texting Alan about this one earlier because this one had my biggest teenage crush in it.
Julie Roberts.
No.
Tales from the Crypt, the Crypt Master.
No.
Bordello of Blood. That's the one with where Dennis Miller goes and fights all the stripper.
Angie
Viking,
frickin'
like,
Everhart, dude.
Vampires.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What happened to her? She kind of disappeared, didn't she?
She ended up on like one of like the surreal lives or something because I think she had a bit of a. I mean, I don't want to throw this out there without researching
drug
it,
problem?
but maybe. I don't know.
Well, she got thyroid cancer.
Oh, there you go. So, or there's that. Some other honorable mentions. You got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is another one I kind of want to watch with my kid. I think that one would be kind of right up her alley.
She still looks good.
You know what? I honestly thought Frank was gonna pick. This was one movie I thought Frank was gonna
Mona
go
Lisa
with.
Smiles.
No.
I've never seen it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sorry.
Oddly
I know
enough,
who that
nobody
is, though.
chose Ernest Scared
Oh.
Stupid.
I would have. That's such a great kid one.
This movie
What's
is
up, Booger Lips?
super dumb, but it's become a tradition for us actually to watch it
That's a funny movie.
because it's one that we can watch with the kid, and it's Adam Sandler, stupid, silly, goofy, and you don't have to take it too seriously. Another one that's actually really good that just came out last year was Disney's Haunted Mansion. I was very impressed by how they were able to actually kind of incorporate it because the one that they had previously done with Eddie Murphy was just stupid. This one
How
was
about
really
a
good.
bumper sandwich, Booger Lips? That's what he says.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some
I
of the
also-
ones that were on my list as well were like Ghostbusters,
Okay. I don't
um,
have that.
Gremlins.
Ah, I do have Gremlins, but the one that I actually probably would have gone with would have been Gremlins 2.
Okay, I didn't see Gremlins too.
Hulk Hogan's
also,
in there and gets the movie back on track.
Yeah, he does.
and Zombieland's another one's on my list.
Got that?
Now, one that was on the comedy horror list that kind of threw me off was American Psycho. Is that a comedy?
Well, because it was supposed to be like a dark comedy. The way it was, the way it was handled.
There's not
the
a lot of
writer,
funny things
yeah.
about chasing her down with the chainsaw and stuff like that.
Well, the writer was supposed to he was supposed to be making fun of the yuppie culture of the '80s, and that was like his dark comedic story. I think like the screenplay made it darker, but the original writer, he wanted it to be like a dark comedy of how he viewed the yuppie culture of the '80s. So it was, I think it was intended to be a kind of dark comedy.
Yeah. I don't see it.
But Christian Bale took it all the way and just went fucking nuts in it.
All right. What other honorable mentions you got? You got any more?
That's it.
Let me see here.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
Oh, it was a horror, but
that
I
Medea
figured
goes to jail?
I was honestly thinking Frank
Ernest
would go
Goes
with
to
this.
Prison. Killer Clowns.
Dude, the
That
cotton
movie,
candy
yeah.
thing, man, was terrifying back in the day. Are you kidding me?
Well, there's your link with Ernest Scared Stupid because they used the clown mask for some of the gremlins. Wolfman's got balls?
Nards, dude, come on!
Whatever.
Ah, I
so long since
lobbed
I've
that
seen it.
one up
That's-
for you, and you screwed it up.
That's Kai's line. Kai was the one that always said it. not me.
Wolfman's got nards.
Nards. Kick him in the balls. Kick him in the balls. Wolfman don't have balls.
I would have also even like the Scooby-Doo in the early 2000s. Oddly
saw
enough,
any of
pretty
those.
good movies. Do you know who was behind these? You know who wrote these?
Josh Whedon.
James Gunn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And that's going to do it for the comedy, which means it's then time for Jackbox time, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys have been waiting ever so patiently, how do you dab? And Christian in the YouTube chat, we're going to get to some Jackbox here for you. We're going to play a little drawful.
He's nuts.
Let me bring it up here. Oh, let me see here. Forgot to open Steam. Have you played Once Human, Frank?
No, but
didn't
it
you bring that up?
sounds familiar.
Oh,
What is it?
been looking into it. It's a game. I thought you and I had talked about it. I guess not.
Maybe have. I don't remember.
You probably did. You forgot about it.
I drink and I know things.
Jackbox.
Are you get this set up? Do I have 1 minute to walk away?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to.
Cool. I'll be right back.
Icky's got to go poop.
I had to poop. I wouldn't come back.
No, but there. What was that? When was the hurricane coming? And like we looked over, like, oh shit, Frank's gone because you had to take phone calls about all the stuff that you guys had going down with the hurricane.
That was what, about 4 weeks ago?
Was that? That wasn't a month ago already, was it?
Yeah, it was the end of September.
Damn.
Like one of the last weekends of September.
All right, well, we're gonna do Drawful Animate here, and I still haven't. I need to look into this. I still got to figure out how to wire it so that you guys can actually hear what's going on here. Audio's really quiet on this. Let me. That's better. All right. All right. Once Icky comes back, we'll get everybody. We'll get everybody in here.
How about a nice bumper sandwich, booger lips? I know what you're afraid of. You're afraid of Malk. Is that? Didn't in that movie, did he like punch one of them in the nose and get like all the snot on his hand and go, "Eek," or was it from poking him in the eye? All I know is that treehouse was cool as hell, though, with all the stuff that was in it.
All right, I'm going to give it to you guys here first. Do you guys have your Jackbox ready to roll there on your tablet or phone?
Yeah, whatever.
So go to Jackbox TV, jackbox.tv, and your code is WMLM. W as in whale, M as in Mancy, L as in loser, and M as in Mancy. And Frank is Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta take a look and see if the score of the Timbers match is. Right in here. Oh, it hasn't started yet. It doesn't start till 8:30. All right, who we got in here? Nightmare's in here. Anna's in.
Gonna drop.
Okay, so the way this one works, Icky, is it's basically, yeah, as you can see, there's two different slides. As Frank really put in a lot of work on his, as you can see.
It's Mona Lisa smile. See, she's doing her little smile.
I don't think Anna quite understood the assignment. Not really sure what's going on there. Where'd everybody? How do you dab? And who's the other person who's in here? Christian. Apparently they didn't want to hang out and wait and do this. I need to turn down the.
Kids these days have no patience.
Oh, there we go. Poop loop. Who's poop loop?
Alan? No, he would have been whale penis. Or elephant.
No, it was it was elephant. Let me see here. I want to go to settings on this tablet because it times out too quickly. I'm buying people time if they want to kind of keep chiming in or they want to try to join. I always forget to change this. The hell's that?
I think it's the poop loop.
All right, that's gonna take too long. Never mind. Whatever. We'll just roll with it. All right, whoever Poop Loop is, let's try to keep it relatively clean. We are on YouTube.
What does that mean?
Yeah. A lot of lube in.
Welcome. This is.
We will say that's a butterfly.
Drawful animate. You're doing twice the drawings for 0 pay. You should unionize. There's
It's a
lot
very
of
happy
work, so we're
butterfly,
gonna
though.
Knock this out in 1 round. Come on, let's play. I've sent a prompt to each of your devices. It might be pretty weird, like lotion.com or help I've fallen and I can't giddy up. Make an animation on your device that would fit that title. When you're done, hit submit. You'll get points for each player that guesses the correct title. You're smart, you got it.
I hate how there's not an erase on here.
Race your own time.
Remember, you're always welcome in the audience. Go to jackbox.tv and enter the room code. Halfway point, start thinking about that second frame and dreaming of a better life. You gotta do it for your kids.
The hell's not in yet?
Probably me.
Did the first round so wrong.
Let's check them out.
Doing my thing.
All right, what do we got here? What are we rolling with?
What's a good title for this animation? Write it on your device now.
What the hell is this?
Be sure
It's a
that's not
corgi.
clean.
Chocolate starfish. It is a Limp Bizkit album.
Write something down.
Hot dog flavor water. Brother in love.
Mr. Dangle says, I thought you were going to be playing with a 68-year-old Julia Roberts.
Okay,
Maybe we are.
which
Maybe
of
she's
these do you
here.
think originally inspired the animation?
Southern
it's me.
Love.
Let's check out the results.
Ooh.
Starfish heist.
Heyo! Well, you can't give it away in the chat. How do you dab?
I mean, he can if he does it. Times it right.
Go ahead, dash off a title.
Wee, wee.
When my animation comes up, it's going to be so disappointing.
Everyone's normally is, except for Alan, because he has a tablet with a pencil.
I have a tablet. I just don't have a pencil.
Type something. Don't give up.
You used to have to
Give me
draw.
what's
Gone
the
type
purpose of
something,
your
you
life.
guys.
This is what we're working with.
In Florida, they'd call that the housing market because it's sky high.
Ha ha ha!
Can we say things right now? Okay, here's what happened.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, I gotcha.
Got me, poop loop.
I got somebody.
What the hell's Trap House mean?
I just went because it was like a high house, so it was high on
Oh.
drugs. Trap house.
Ah!
It's up, isn't it? Oh,
No, that was Icky's.
That other, all my ranch style home is floating away. That's a fun title to have.
Yeah, geez Louise.
Well, good news is tomorrow's another day.
I wouldn't hate whoever got that one. Jesus.
Think of a good title and write it down.
Hades nuts.
Butter.
I know your fingers are tired, but I promise this is worth it. Type something.
Bust a nut. Nutkini.
Ooh, there are some pretty good options here. Well, there's one.
You didn't put Hades nuts, Frank.
No, because I said it out loud. It took away the fun.
Ah.
Come on, vote. Just vote. I can't wait to see what happened.
I got my sexy nut.
That's a set. Damn, poop loop, you're getting me every time.
Got my bikini peanut.
And I got you right back.
Ham bikini.
That's a ham?
That's drawful, baby.
That's a ham?
I mean, I guess if it's wrapped up.
Jesus.
In the,
Well, you normally would have like the one end with the bone in the side.
it's the bone out.
I prefer my hams bone in.
Here's another absolutely moving image.
Excuse me.
There isn't much time left. You simply must write faster. Uphold democracy right now by voting. Alrighty, let's see what you did.
Is that Axe body spray?
Yeah,
Oh, look at that!
I was gonna write axe on the thing, but I forgot to.
Frank getting really advanced with his drawings there. And who doubled up on that? Somebody got some major points.
Oh my god, points.
Okay, I might be in a minority, but this animation makes me feel.
That's Icky's drawing.
I was gonna say it's face.
Yeah, I was just drawing my character again. I thought you deleted it.
Icky shuffle.
What a spread. Yum. Okay, time to vote. Who got duped?
I'm going big.
I just like that. There was one. It was squish, squish, squish. It made me. Like,
I doubled down on that one.
Yeah, because it's like I don't think any.
Because
of
it's
us
the only one that doesn't look like whatever the hell it is.
Or oh.
Yeah!
Squish, squish, squish.
That's right. I doubled down, ladies and gentlemen. I doubled down.
I forget to, and then it runs out of time. And it,
Ooh, Nightmare's up by 5 right now.
get him, Nightmare.
All right, last drawing of the game.
This is a ham.
I love that you can make it faster, slower.
What is that animal thing on the bottom?
Is a
The
corgi
corgi?
mixed with a millipede.
Yeah.
And it has a feathered pin in its mouth.
Type now. Replenish your electrolytes later.
Oh, the delay might be getting to old poop loop there.
Believe me when I say it's time to vote.
Do you guys want to know what it is? Because I drew it.
Okay, who got tricked?
Not that.
I really hope it's oh no, paint has gone on my shirt.
No,
Dang it.
I think it's the moth.
it is.
The moth.
A moth trapped in a mesh shirt. I don't think anybody guessed it.
No, I was gonna pick that one, but I was like, I'm gonna go with Flytrap because that looks like it would be just where that would go. Now I was supposed to put
No, I got it.
tail shirts, but I couldn't think of the name of the show.
Shirt tails?
Shirt tails. Care Bears ripoff.
Oh, that's what's up!
I would like to thank everybody for voting for me. Oh, look at it. You got most liked. That's so beautiful. Oh, my lucky stars.
Here to share your animation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's, you know what we need to do? Since we got a nice little decent amount of people here. We are going to rock and roll with a little trivia murder party.
Oh Lord.
It's always a good one to do. What's going on here? Why is it not escaping? Oh, did my computer freeze? No, we're good to All right, trivia, mudda putty, right here, right here.
So how are you guys doing? You guys having fun? Don't I sound amazing right now, you guys?
The characters from
Andy Dick.
JACKBOX.
Andy Dick.
I'm telling you, go to YouTube and just like look up News Radio. Somebody's been uploading them because they keep getting taken down, so they're creating new accounts and re-uploading them, and they're just in chunks of like 2 to 3 hour segments of episodes just back to back. There's no commercials on it because they haven't been able to monetize the channel. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's streaming out there somewhere. It's all over the place. You can find it easy.
I didn't think it was.
On Pluto, it's on Roku. It's
there you
on, Sling, but
I do have
there's a couple
Pluto.
options.
I actually own the whole. I own the whole series on DVD.
Nice. I have the whole series of Alf. Sale for $20.
Read
Do
the
you?
text.
All right, here we go. And your code is SRAK. SRAK.
I wish they would have had the cartoon series added in with it. Would have been a bonus, but nope.
Would have been a bonus. Would have loved to love Alf. You guys have no idea how much
You
I
can
love
actually-
Alf.
You can actually find the cartoons on YouTube.
On YouTube, along with Shirt Tales. Let's do a back-to-back, all right?
Watching at work one day.
Cool, let's keep the names a little normal here, please. Poop Loop, I'm guessing pisses you.
And give it about maybe 10, 20 more seconds now. See if anybody wants to join. See, the advantage of this one is if anybody wants to join later, they can hop in the audience. So I don't feel so bad if they don't get in. And done. Let's go ahead and skip all of that. You guys remember it's a trivia game? Icky, you can still see it, right?
I can see it.
This
Okay.
is your wake-up call.
It's gonna be a nice
Prepare
advantage
to
this time.
die.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Welcome.
To the murder party.
Welcome to Trivia Murder Party, you guys.
Let's play a
Let's
game
have
of
some
life or
fun.
death. Only one of you will survive.
Oh.
Thriving. I saw that on a Target pillow once. All right.
Question
First
number one.
question.
Number one.
What British TV show is Dancing with the Stars based on?
What? It's not called
Give me
Dancing with the
line
Stars
to
over
answer
there?
the question.
I like Dancing with the Czars. I wish that is what it was called.
We always, whenever.
Correct
Oh, hold on.
answer is-
What?
You got the question right.
Strictly Come Dancing.
She.
Okay.
Oh, nobody got it.
Everyone is
Because
right.
nobody
it's a
probably
dumb
knew that
name.
was. Yeah, nobody probably knew it was from England. Everyone probably all thought it was from Korea, where we get all the
Welcome to
good
room
stuff.
105.
Hey, what happens if all of us lose?
Let's
Does it
use
just
one of
kill
my
all
cousin
us?
Aloysius's old stage props.
Game over.
Did it already freeze up on you?
Pick a space inside the box
No.
to
No.
hide.
I'm just saying that we all got it wrong. So
Oh.
it's game over.
No, some of us will still survive.
There were safeguards inside.
So now you got to find a place to hide.
But don't worry, I took those out.
So who does the picking then? I think the game does, right?
Some of us are very similar because the first 2 places I tried to hide, somebody already fucking sat there.
Ah.
Now I'll close my eyes and just randomly whack this sword in there. Sword noise.
Yeah, I think the game picks
Uh-oh.
now because.
Did anybody
yeah,
get it?
because
Oh, see ya, Anna.
everybody made a nice little hell. I was gonna say, otherwise you would know where people are, so we wouldn't have been able to pick.
You're
Yeah,
not
so
the
Icky, on
only
that one, when
dies in this
not
game.
everybody dies, somebody who got the question right gets to pick where the sword goes.
Person win the game.
Ghost Wolf, welcome to the YouTube chat.
How are you?
God, you sound like this girl
Let's
at work.
keep moving. Where do peanuts grow?
Oh, girl.
Annoying. Where do peanuts grow? In my butt.
I mean, where the hell do peanuts grow?
In the pools of water.
What?
Time's almost up.
I have no idea.
It floats to the
Shit,
top
I was
like
gonna pick
pancake.
underground too. Oh, I'm dead.
Means only
You
you.
guys,
Being close to
I
Georgia,
died.
we know all about Phoenix.
You guys! I died!
Salutations.
If
Welcome
it's the
back to
type
the
one, you're
killing
gonna
room.
win. So what does it matter?
It's the mind meld.
Mm.
Type in
meld.
an answer that fits this category. Everyone else will answer too. And if anyone matches you, you
Oh.
die.
Oh, you sons of bitches.
Get to writing.
If you guys pick In-N-Out Burger, I'm gonna be very upset.
If I were you, you're probably gonna pick one that nobody.
Now,
Probably has
let's
heard
see
of
if
or
there
goes
are
to.
any matches.
Oh, Anna, you
It's a
suck!
match made in heaven, which will send you to hell.
Who wrote Burgerling?
I did. I typed it too fast.
See, you could have said Burger King and got it right.
I know. I was trying to. I wanted to go
Someone
away
else said
from.
Burger King, so you'd have been in
I
trouble.
wanted to go away from burgers because, like, I figured that's where everybody's brain would go.
Society.
What you were talking about Taco Bell earlier. So
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the nacho fries. Ooh, so good.
Let's try another one. What would you find outside of the Mori Art Museum in Tokyo?
Godzilla.
A giant metal lizard. Done.
It's two on the nose, isn't it? Though.
Well, it's a giant metal something, and if there's anything in Tokyo, I would assume it's a giant lizard. It's Godzilla.
Picked.
Ah,
This.
shit.
Oh, I got it right.
Goddamn.
Spider.
One of you is still alive. It's time.
It's time. Would you like to play a game?
The last
Oh,
word of
no.
right
Oh
now.
yeah.
I hate this one.
I'm going to dictate a message to you.
'Cause I can't.
Oh,
hear
and
them.
now
As
Icky
much of
can't
what I say
hear.
as you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. We
Everyone else
can't
will be
hear,
typing
so
too.
we.
I'll
it's
try.
like we gotta
Icky,
try to
you
keep
type.
up.
I'll try to write or tell you what he's saying.
Okay, starting letter now. Dear mystery figure.
Oh, there you go. You can see.
Cease hovering in my periphery. Recede back into the inky darkness. I command you. I demand you. Oh God, no. Please.
Oh God, no! Please,
This is
no!
the end.
This is the end.
kidding.
Just kidding.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Time's up.
I totally cheated.
All right, now let me get out my red pen and give this a once over. And here's how you did. But did anyone do better than you? You were.
Damn, Piss got
not the
27. I
best.
even cheated, dude. I just
Look
read
at
it
this
in.
nonsense.
Uh-oh. Icky's dead. We're down to 2? No, 3.
3.
Half of us are down.
Icky was a Swedish fish.
Yo, the popcorn is 3D.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question.
Oh.
How old was Leslie Jones when she officially joined the cast of Saturday
Oh,
Night
wow.
Live?
Educated guess on that one.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I knew she was older because they used to always go for cast members that were like in their 20s. Holy
Oh, I
shit,
got it right.
really?
I got it right. Yep, educated guess, nailed it.
Time for consequences.
I knew it was close to 50,
I
but
just
was
figured
thinking
she
it might
was
have been
older
41.
and 35 was old enough.
Nah, I thought it was gonna be
Damn.
41 or
lets you protect
47, and
yourself
I
with the
went with
password.
47.
Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Make it hard to guess. If your password gets
Oh,
cracked,
wow.
you die. Now everyone else will try to crack the passwords. As a team, guess either password on your device.
Oh yeah,
You
this
get a
one.
clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot. I'll reward you all for every password you correctly guess in time.
I got G as the first letter.
One has a G for the first letter and one has a T for the last
This
letter.
is a team effort, so share clues out loud with each other.
Cast.
Cast, there you go.
We gotta get the other one though, right? Jeez.
I don't know. It's G something. Anybody else have any other letters?
Trying to think of some.
Gout. It was not. Oh, gyro. Well played.
Because that's you.
Or a gyro, if you will, which is a delightful meal.
Prefer shawarma.
The Avengers made it famous.
Let's keep moving.
Tinkle.
What's the title of Langston Hughes' famous poem that begins, "What happens to a dream deferred"?
What?
Educated, yes.
This.
Damn it.
Ah.
Dude, I've barely gotten any of these right.
I want to show you something.
I'm off my game. High
Let's play
rollers.
a dice game.
Rolling the
Don't
dice,
worry,
baby.
This one's real straightforward. The player who rolls the highest will die.
Ooh, there you go.
We've
Watch
got
out.
some help to make this more interesting. You have an extra die that you can give to whoever you want to make their odds worse. Roll them.
So
The
we
player
can't
with the
roll higher
highest
than a
total
3.
dies.
13.
What
Oh!
can I say? Dice just roll
Look
like
at that. Both of us gone.
Damn. Murder. Oh shit, that's everybody.
Whoa! You all
Yeah,
died
we all
too
have to
easy.
come back from the
I still
dead.
need someone alive. So, see,
Huh?
having the
Oh, it
most
brought me
money
back
is
to
good
life.
for something. The time has come.
You guys, I'm really scared.
We only got one.
Glad to see you're the one to make it here alive. But will you?
All right, here we go.
I'm going to give you a category. Lines from Liam Neeson's speech in Taken. Tap each answer that fits the category, and let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for each correct answer. You're on your way to
Nobody
escaping.
got that right?
Oh,
It didn't let
I
us guess.
mentioned That all the
Oh,
other ghosts
okay.
get to play
About
too.
to s-
If a ghost catches you,
Ah,
you'll steal
yeah,
your
I
life
got
force.
two.
Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up.
Time is almost up.
Porcupine.
New World Order. What?
I've never heard of a New World
Next
porcupine.
question.
And I thought Komodos could grab things with their tails, but okay.
Arthropods.
Good lord, I'm doing terrible tonight. Oh, I got it right. Good. 3 points for the old Gotorino.
Geometric angles.
Geometric angels. I thought complimentary was too. It's a
I thought
complimentary
it
angle.
was too, yeah. Left with wrong.
Uh-oh,
because all
here it
my
comes.
angles
It's coming for me and
geometry
Icky.
are wrong.
We're both in last.
Are you afraid of the dark?
I think I'm done. Right?
Now you're getting
You're
close.
still there.
Antidepressant medications.
Wow. Okay.
I have been on 2 of these.
I know one of them, but I don't know any of these other ones.
Yeah, look at that. Depression works, baby. It got 3 out of 3.
The darkness approaches. Has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, I have no idea. Oh shit.
Oh, the Rugrats do.
I'm gonna be out,
Wow.
dude. Oh, Icky's done.
Let the darkness hit you on the way out. Metric system units of measurement.
Nice. 3 out of 3. Uh-oh. Looks like Piss is out. Anna's on the chopping block. Frank's in the lead. Nightmare's right on his tails.
My tails.
Chronicles of Narnia books.
Breaking Dawn.
I don't know any of these.
I don't either. The only one I would have known is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Shit. I got
I
2
got
out of
both
3.
of them. Wow.
Let's just call that a fluke.
The downtrend.
Oh, remember, you got to get them all right, too, Frank. You got to get perfect to get out.
One last
probably
round.
will.
If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need a perfect answer
Where the
to this
bug
question.
zapper stops me.
And that includes the third answer choice now, too.
What?
That's
shit.
not gonna happen.
You have to get all the right
I
answers to
misclicked
escape.
and it just accepted it.
Well, I'm out.
The tables have turned.
See ya!
Roman numerals.
I think that's all 3 of them, isn't it?
I lost. I went with
No. I thought W
Oh,
was.
I got
but,
it right.
but Nightmare was in the
so
lead.
did Nightmare got it too.
Nightmare, didn't you win last time? Big victory. Big explosion.
That misclick got me.
Blame it on the misclick. Blame it on the misclick. Blame it on
I
the
got-
misclick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for tonight's stream. I got a Portland Timbers match that I want to go watch a little bit of. Thank you guys for being here. Icky, again, thanks for coming. Frank, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We will have, let me see here. Why's my thing all locked up? There we go. Let's click on that. Let's
Locked
get the
off.
heck out of here. Let's go back there. Let's go there. I'm trying to back out while I'm doing all this fun
That's
stuff.
what she said.
That is what she said. Yeah, give me, dude, back. Their menus suck. You know, my dog barking in the background. Oh, back. There you go. Look at that. All right. Anyway, yeah, we'll be back coming up next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. over on the West Coast. Not sure what topics we're going to cover. We'll get to all that stuff later. Frank will be here. Icky, are you able to make it next week?
You want me back? I'm not going to be able to help with the horror stuff.
That's fine.
At all.
We'll find
Yeah,
find
no, yeah,
ways
totally.
to incorporate you in.
Then I can come ruin the party.
We'll do some football related stuff. So like the Sporcle stuff,
That's okay.
I was having a lot of fun with. Icky being a Oregon Ducks fan, San Francisco 49ers fan. So that we did that earlier. If you guys did miss that, you go back in the live stream here. You can go check out what we did with Sporcle when we did
I
the
got the spork.
Joaquin Phoenix movies right there. So I'm planning on doing some of that stuff this coming up next week. Don't forget, 3 different videos drop every day. That's going to be there's usually morning, midday, and evening here on YouTube, also Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at The Real Brandalorian. Thank you to, I think it was Bugston915, who became a member of the channel earlier. Make sure that you hit me up over on Facebook or Instagram. You can get yourself a sticker pack. These are the 3 stickers. Those go to anybody who becomes a channel supporter. And then if you become a member Lorian, which is $4.99 a month, then you can get a t-shirt as well. Anna, obviously, if you go check her out, she has a couple of the t-shirts. There is the History of Rock and the Brandalorian shirts. Sizes aren't guaranteed, but I do have a lot of different sizes. And I've got a lot of t-shirts, so hopefully I can make that work. But on that note, you guys have yourselves a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.
Enjoy Mona Lisa Smile.
Mona Lisa Smile, followed up by Andy Dick.
The smile is normally
Tiger Dick.
followed
Go
by
remember
the
Tiger Dick. That's a new show.
Jesus.
dick.
And it's still streaming, so there's that.
Stream the Tiger Dick.
Why did we do this?
We're in overtime with the Tiger Dick.
We are. It's times like this when we found out Alan wished he had a penis large enough to scratch his stomach.
Every time.
It's frozen. Like, I've souped up this computer. There's no reason that it should be taking this long to,
YouTube
Stop.
found out you were watching
It
the
just-
old
Tiger Dick? Or news
Yeah.
radio?
news
Bootleg
radio.
radio stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
so they're keeping you on.
It's not stopping.
Well, it's just tradition now that you just, that struggles in here at the show here.
Yeah.
So might as well continue.
Might as well keep going. I'm still a little upset that Frank took the Mexican earlier.
Well, let's clarify that. We mean the movie, not an actual individual.
Frank
For
took the
anybody that
Mexican.
might have come in late.
The Mexican. Good
Actually,
Lord, is this thing gonna stop or not?
This guy that I knew a couple years ago, his dad was like a senator from this area. His older brother, one of the guy's sons, was a coyote, was caught by the Border Patrol bringing in illegal immigrants across the